living by the Spirit sounds like such a mystical concept. And I think when you're reading through Galatians, Paul just seems to drop it in there, keep in step with the Spirit. And you almost need to take a step back and think, hold on a second, what is the role of the Spirit? What is he doing? And really, what the Spirit is doing is communicating. He's the one that communicates God's love to us. If I can jump out of Galatians for a second, Romans 5, the love of God is poured out into our hearts by the Spirit. And then you work your way through the New Testament, you see all that the Spirit does in terms of spiritual gifts, the fruit of the Spirit, the unity of believers, the fellowship with God. It's a communication and a relationship agenda that the Spirit has, and the way he works is to point us to Christ. So how do I keep in step with the Spirit? I think being consciously aware that God is in me, pointing me by his Spirit to Christ, means that I can live my life day by day not resisting that, not striving with that, not saying, yes, I'll look at Jesus later, I've got other things to take care of first, but instead to read my Bible and look for Christ, to go through life saying, Lord, how are you at work here? And so by looking to Christ and enjoying fellowship with the Father, I'm keeping in step with the Spirit, because that's the very thing he wants me to be doing. And he's the one that empowers that. He's the one that pours out the love into me. He's the one that brings things to mind and reminds me. And so I can resist and be awkward and difficult, or I can get in step with that and really be blessed in more ways than I can imagine.